Good morning, this is Don the Idea Guy, and this is another episode of the only podcast broadcast from a parking lot running through my mind. It is Monday, October 10th. This is episode 20, and here's what's running through my mind. This phrase popped in my head. Unless you're a ventriloquist dummy, don't let other people put their words in your mouth. That was my way of expressing believing things other people think you should believe versus believing the things you believe. I've encountered this a lot in my career, especially when pitching new ideas or working as a manager who helped other people pitch new ideas to clients. Over time, you start to believe the status quo has always been that way. And people are afraid to pitch new ideas because they're new. I frequently ran into salespeople who were uncomfortable pitching a new concept because they thought their clients would just say no. That they never bought anything like this before, so they'll never buy anything like this in the future. And I think that you have to remember that maybe they never bought anything like that before because nobody ever suggested something like that before. The whole point of a new idea is that it's a new idea. People haven't tried it before. And they might say no. But you can't answer for them. You can't put words in their mouth either. So, unless you're the person who can sign the check, unless you're the person who can say yes to the idea, you don't get to say no to the idea. At least give your clients the courtesy of telling you no themselves. Because many times it's not a yes. When you're pitching a new idea, it is quite possible that somebody will say no. It happens. And sometimes they'll say yes. But there's an answer in between. And that's a not yet. Someplace between a yes and a no is another idea. They're saying no to the thing you suggested. They haven't said yes to it. But there's something in between what they're doing now and that new thing that you suggested they do where you can get a yes. Get them partway to your new idea. Take what they're doing now and blend a little more of the mixture heavily on what they are doing and start leading them towards what they should be doing. If you believe in the idea and you believe it's good for the customer, then you should absolutely suggest it. If you don't believe it's good for the customer, if you're not convinced, then you shouldn't try and pitch it to them anyway, because you don't believe it, you can't sell it. But you shouldn't let other people put words in your mouth. Don't let other people say, business is bad right now, so nobody's buying. Or, people are really busy on Mondays, so you shouldn't call them. Or, Fridays are a horrible time to make phone calls for sales because everybody's done and they're done for the week and they're starting the weekend. Or certain times of the year are slow. The end of the year, December is slow because it's the end of the year. January is slow because it's the beginning of the year. Nobody buys during those. Pretty soon, you're down to like 1 week during the year that's good for people to buy. Because, summer, people are on summer vacation. You got spring, people are taking vacation because of spring break. You've got all kinds of holidays where people have long weekends. Is there ever a perfect time for somebody to buy? No. The perfect time for them to buy is when you ask them. The perfect time to buy is when they have something to say yes or no to. Don't let other people put words in your mouth. Unless you're a big dummy, don't let other people put their words in your mouth. And unless you're a ventriloquist, don't try putting your words in other people's mouths. Somebody wants to try something new, let them try something new. The best thing you can say is something encouraging, like, wow, man, that's awesome, you should try that. Or what have you got to lose? That's the best thing you can say. The worst thing you can say is shoot them down. No, nobody's going to do that. It's a horrible time of year for that. I pitched that before and they said no. I know that customer, they'll never do that. Now you're putting words in that person's mouth and the customer's mouth. The best thing for you to do is to encourage them. The next best thing is for you to say nothing. Let them go try. And if they fail, don't wait for them to come back and say, "Oh, I told you so," or "I knew that wasn't going to work." Because there was a 50-50 shot. You don't know. So that's what's running through my head today. Don't you go putting your words in other people's mouths, and don't you let other people put their words in your mouth. Because pretty soon, you might start believing it, whether it's true or not. That's all that's running through my mind today. I'll be back Tuesday for another episode of Running Through My Mind. If you need more information about me or deeper insight into the ideas that are running through my brain, you can always visit me at dontheideaguy.com. And I would love to hear about a time in your life, a time in your career, where you did not listen to the words other people were trying to shove down your throat, where you didn't swallow the words that they were trying to shove down your throat. You spit them out and you used your own words. You used your own brain to decide what you're going to do next. And I'd love to hear about that time, whether it was a success or a failure, whether you got the yes or the no, because you were on the right path. Stay on the path. Use your own words. I'll talk to you tomorrow.